I decided that I shouldn't keep that to myself only. About goads, which influence on my awful mood. And I believe I will be heard at least once and forever. If you really will read what I will say in the video, continue watching the video, otherwise I will sadly tell you to stop watching the video. Let's start with short reminder to the history. Since my childhood I am socially anxious. As a child I never made friends in real life. Unfortunately, it bounces negatively on my mood. Like every single day I am dull, and I have no other emotions to express. Everything I love to do I always do alone, and not always it is good for me, because when I waste my ideas to do something myself, my temper falls down. In the upshot, I cry and fall in depression. As much I want to be social, I am afraid of something that can go wrong and not according to my thoughts. I don't require anything, and I cannot declare precisely what I should do subsequently. This isn't easy, even day schedule isn't helping. I don't have friends in real life. Instead, I have these found inside the internet. It is somewhat the method I use to meet people around the world, not only from my country. Moreover, I already know my language and thanks to my will, I can speak English. But it doesn't mend everything. As I use this language around the internet, my society is actually the problem. I have nondescript purpose of every friendship, although I declare them. It is because I want to meet new people. However, even if I want to meet new people, they not always welcome new friend, which some of them should already know me from somewhere or from their friends. Each person has its definition of friendship and I do as well. And in this video we will be going to my friendship definition. First of all, I think friendship shouldn't cost money, but factual attention. Lack of attention has its consequences, that is, people can become reluctant to their friends, and can eventually cut ties with them unbendingly. Some people may also remember friends' negative history and traits, and referring to these, they can also wipe them out from their friends list. When I am thinking about this, it really makes me sad, but it is sadly the reality. In my case it can also lead to sadness. Small word concerning my depression, my episodes are mild and restrict only to despair. However, there can be moments, hopefully, barely, when I have suicidal thoughts. Good thing they never led to suicidal attempts. If I had to tell, when I had last suicidal thoughts, I will point March 2022. If I had later from this date, then I don't remember these myself. Going back to issue concerning my sadness, I also often think that my friends are selfish, and for them I am. Unnoticed, unimportant, unloved, forgotten, even hated. They treat me with hatred, like a doll, tell me to never ever interact with them, isolate me and never ask about my problems, thinking I am doing all right, what essentially has to be true. My friends don't care about my hobbies, creativity, what I do or wait for, despite as I said, I don't have specific target of friendship. I am not sure if my introversion is innate, and even because of this trait, people can claim it negatively, telling that I am silent and taciturn. Some of my friends can declare something to me, what they don't grant later. I even don't remind them about these forgotten things they wanted to do, because I think they remember. As an example, I could tell shortly about my conversation with Axiron. 18th of April 2024, 4:33 p.m. GMT+2. It was moment when I had depression, because Axioron was declaring something, what he didn't grant, and I was really tired of waiting, so I removed him from my friends list. The next day, around 14 hours later. Before that, I told everything one of Axioron's friends about this, then Axioron himself was able to realize that I was no longer on his friends list. Later, I and Axioron had a conversation on Steam. Luckily, we ended it good. Peace was granted, and Axioron returned to my friends list for now. His declaration made me really happy, and I hope one day he can do it at least once. However, yes, I was waiting. I believe this, what he said, will be something he will factually do. 5th of May 2024, 7:38 a.m. GMT+2. Depression returns, and I was really impatient of Axioron's promise, but what is more, I also decided to remove Axioron's friend, which earlier I told everything back on 18th April that year. And later I removed Axioron second time from my friends list, but again, I told him everything again on Twitter, which is now just called X. From this experience you can see how fragile are my relations with Axioron. But today, to not make you sad, I am ultimately friends with Axioron, although we don't talk much today. This part of the video is just history, and nothing really changes in this case, and finally, I and Axioron are still recent friends to each other. I am not forcing people to directly chat with me, because this is not I am in reality. If I had to, only for really urgent reasons, from which one can be willing to involve, no matter the friendship status. Second may be for bilateral benefits, although friendships, from my perspective, should bind with bilateral benefits anyway. Sometimes I want to talk, however, I get no response in return. It becomes difficult to endure, because not only a bad mood, but also questionable in real life status of someone I want to talk to. Incessantly sending messages can bind with no result as well. Spamming, as we call sending the same message over and over others will, may be really irritating, and can obviously lead to nothing, or if something, then to something worse. I sometimes consider it as one of techniques to obtain attention of others, however, I am more critical about other method used to gain attention, aimed rambling on, that is switching subject to over others will. Random messages I don't think are working at all, too. So last we can do is waiting patiently. But we can finally become impatient later. Alas, the internet has this shortcoming, we can say anything we want, even omitting affairs in real life. That is why I really want my friends to stop seemingly saying, when a declaration is being made, because I can encounter so-called side effects, like mood fall, cut ties with these friends. Friendship has colossal meaning. It means a pair of people agree to meet each other and spend time with them, of course, if it will be possible. Again, we can use charade and falsify what we are doing now. Instead of helping, it can become a reason of a conflict, which we might have prevented, if not falsifying what we were doing. As I am not really into sociology, I clearly know how it looks like both in real life and in the internet. And despite my attainments aren't that much discernible, I believe one day they will. And even my server AV-Lands proves that, I just sometimes don't see it. In conclusion, please, if you are a friend of mine, do not baselessly close eyes from me. All I want you to remember, and keep deeply in your heart, that I will never hurt you, never let you go, never let you give up, never let you lose hopes. If we are together, we can make an extremely amazing group of people willing to spend time with each other, work together, achieve specific goals. Over all these differences we have, over our lifestyles, over our hobbies, passions, over our difficulties or weak sides. Please remember this. Thanks for watching this video, and I really hope you read everything carefully, because I don't want to repeat this thing over and over. It pains me to know that you still don't know about me that much.